feedback in. Okay. Say hi. Is that thing on? Sam's got this.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. That's ugly.
Laurie, it's hard to believe that you got married. It seems like yesterday we were playing kickball after school, playing murder in the dark, and flashlight tag. When my parents first brought you home Laurie, I was only 2. And I probably at the time did not know what that all meant, but maybe, question mark, I was thinking I had someone to boss around. I always looked at my little sister, and I may have used her as my guinea pig from time to time. Hurry up, I'll time you. Oh, and yes, I admit, I did correct her grammar in her diary with red ink. As we grew up, we pretty much were inseparable, and if I didn't see it at first, I realized pretty quickly that Laurie was the best gift I could ever get. Remember when Mom helped you dye your hair red with Kool-Aid and getting in trouble in 7th grade? That was priceless. Only Laurie could convince our parents to go to Wisconsin to a free Tibet protest. Making her eyes closed, homeschooling herself, you are talented, artistic, creative, open-minded, and would be the last to judge anyone. Laurie is very goal-orientated. You wanted to learn French, so you decided to go to international French school. Spiritually inspired, you have followed in the path my mom paved through Lakota teaching and beliefs. Mom would be so proud of you. You are so strong-willed, brave, and have made so many accomplishments. Laurie has always listened to her own drum beat and has taken many roads throughout her life. Laurie is the youngest, but she was the first to move out of my parents' house. Although she can be reserved, her voice is always heard, and she makes a great teacher, one I have looked up to. As my mom would say, Laurie is always humble, quiet, and talks with her heart. At different points in our lives, we have had each other to lean on. If it wasn't for my sister, I honestly don't know where I would be today. She has helped me be who I am, who and where I am. She is my best friend. We have been able to create so many wonderful memories. I remember you getting your first Lotus Red electric guitar. Self-taught, you became an amazing player. I still have no idea how you made it sound like you were playing 2 guitars and a bass. Playing music together came natural for us, as it was a good thing, because practicing wasn't something that we liked to do. It is hard to believe that Falcor was recorded at Stu Studios 10 years ago. Where has the time gone? Laurie's passion for music would ultimately bring her to crossroads with Chris. They would catch eyes at one of the 100th performances that they both attended, and after many conversations, it went like this. Does he like me? I don't know if he likes me. He asked me out. Does that mean he likes me? Should I go? What's happening? Yes, Laurie, he likes you. Go! Finally became official. I knew early on that Chris was the one. Laurie set her phone to mon ami, which in French means my love. Every time he called, I thought that was so sweet. Then you guys brought home Beanie, and I knew it was a matter of time before the bling bling. Chris has been an amazing guy. He has been a part of the family since the first time we met him. I am so happy that your paths have crossed and you can continue hand in hand. Chris has a culinary degree, and Laurie has a massage degree. Wow. Sounds like a match made in heaven. As you know, in marriage, like cooking, has its sour, sweet, spicy, bitter, and salty moments. Chris, the cook, knows how best to alter and brighten these flavors to get the best possible result. And Laurie, the masseuse, can make any ache or pain go away. Together, they can enjoy life, its many flavors, and are sure to always have a happy ending.
Happy ending.
Stephanie, I love top of I'd like to invite Stephen, the best man up here for his speech.
So, a couple of things. When Chris asked me to be his best man, I said, yeah, great, awesome, definitely, got it. A week ago, when he told me I had to give a speech, I wish I had said, no way, I'm not going to be your best man. Then he's like, oh, you'll be after Christina, she's going to cry. And then she gets up here and slays. So I'm even more upset than I was when I found I had to give this speech. But here we are. So I like to believe that Chris asked me to be best man because we are very close friends, but also I've known Laurie longer than he has. In fact, as far as I'm aware of, I introduced them one night, and then was also there for their first date. I'm not going to go into the details of the first date, but the first date definitely involved a play starring a dog, people smearing mud on each other's faces, a woman's hair catching on fire and Chris having to put it out, and a woman teaching us how to dance colors and sounds. You can ask them about the first date some other time. So we leave the first date place, we go back to the house where Chris and I both lived, and we're hanging out in the living room. Chris and Laurie are sitting on the couch. And it became apparent that I should go upstairs and go to bed and leave them alone. So I did. And I woke up in the morning, 9 hours later, and they're still sitting on the couch. And they've spent the whole night up talking to each other. And that's when I was like, all right, well, there it is. And the way I think about it, they're still sitting on that couch. Except now it has a lot more of Beanie's hair. So I couldn't be more excited that two of my favorite people are getting married. Beautiful, intelligent, compassionate people. If anybody knows how Laurie took care of her mom and how Chris takes care of his dad, it's so touching and it's so perfect, the two of them together. So I'm super excited you guys are getting married, and thank you for having me be part of it. So cheers.
Cheers.
So everyone can find their way to their seats. So there's a numbering system. You gotta look your name up and be told